Alright, we're starting now. Just want to make sure my audio is right. Looks like it's a little bit quiet. Because the one thing I cannot check in OBS whenever I'm doing this is the gain of the microphone. So let me go ahead and bump it up a little bit and then move it back. Won't this direction as much. Yeah, okay. Should be there. Alright, cool. Well, happy to see people here regardless, and, well, this is gonna be interesting. I'm just gonna refresh my mind again, what we were doing last time. I believe it was fixing the rendering engine, because, oh. What the fuck? Right. Because of all this, essentially. Alright, so. One thing that kind of sucks about all this is that every time the game opens, because of how I have not been able to fix it yet, my computer freezes up. So that's great. But we do know what the operation is. That's very nice. We'll go into render global now and fix it. Alright, so it was in post-query available. I'm not really okay, it depends. So I'm remaking Minecraft in the sense that I'm not going to leave anything alone if I want to change it. However, I'm not gonna like remake it from the ground up. There's way too many classes for that. Right now I'm working on rendering because I wanted to make it multi-threaded. Only problem is that OpenGL is very hard to read. I've only just barely been able to figure out what it means, so it's like I don't know if there's even still documentation on the OpenGL 1.1, but in terms of features, I have a changelog I can send you. It's like long, and you probably don't want to read it, but I can send it if you want. But right now, at least, the focus is rendering. I assure you though that it should be fun when it's done. I hope. If it's not, then I guess I wasted my time. I don't know. But, so it's somewhere around here. So what this means, whenever this error is caught, essentially think of this as if this is the catch statement of this being tried right here. And there's not really much else I can, well, okay. Let's see. This is the pre-check, and then this is, I want to also print I want to print the manager. I do have a Discord. What do you want to know about it? Oh, what the fuck? Wait, what? Eh? Why the hell are these doing that? Oh, I don't have a server for you. I don't have stuff set up for the mod other than the mod itself right now. I do have like a feedback forum and stuff like that, but I don't have like any sort of community stuff. Cause it's like at the moment I'm just developing it, and I prefer not to have to like do admin, especially because the guy who was working on this project before me had problems with hackers, which basically got him banned from Discord because they were jackasses. So I don't really want to mess around with that until I'm really ready for it. So if you want to try it out by yourself, there is a video I have on my channel that has a download instruction. It's kind of a simple, not very well made video, but I will also say that the public version that you can play has a bug with the fog, and I know how to fix it. It's just I'm really in the thick of things, so I haven't been able to fix it since that fog will break below y equals 26, so it's like, I don't know if you even want to play it right now. Well, I mean, I guess you can check it out if you want to. This is really interesting, though. Why is it doing this? So, one of my managers here. Not even the main thread. It has the group world rendering, of course. That makes sense. It is... What does number 5 mean? I'm gonna look at the thread.toString thing so I can figure out what that means. So that number's weird. Alright, see ya. Where is... toString? Even this. Alrighty then. Oh, here we go. So, okay, so that's the priority number. And that has the group. Okay, that makes sense. Super weird. Because I don't remember ever telling the WR managers to involve themselves in that. So, actually, that could be a big problem. What is it? So, essentially what's happening right now is... Let me go back here. The main thread is essentially ordering the world render manager to do actions, of which, so what it's supposed to do, essentially, is the world render manager has a list of things, and I want to, in the main thread, borrow those things for a little bit, calculate with them, and then give them back. However, what seems to be the case, and I thought it wasn't the case, but probably is at this point, instead what it's doing is it is essentially it's essentially using the manager as a skin suit for the action it wants to use. It is using using the object of the thread and it's acting upon it, but it has all the permissions and the security and all that of that thread rather than the main one. So it's like completely different. So what I have to do instead is rewrite a lot of stuff. However, the real bummer is that the optimization is going to be kind of a big yikes. So, actually, can I do this instead? Essentially what this will do, because the whole point of this section is to do what I described. It's supposed to borrow it and do that. So whenever you're setting a variable equals another one, especially a list, it will have two objects of the same reference that point at the same list. So it's mentioned these both variables have the same reference, but they're stored differently. They're pointing at the same array of integers or array of objects, and the objects inside the lists are still the same. It's the same references, the same thing. So, however, it may have different implications. I'm not certain, because the variables themselves are treated as different. They're not equivalent. They just point at the same object. So that means that maybe it will detach itself from the world renderer managers. I would like to try that next. However, I also do this. Or what we can do is we can do the same thing as right here. I'm sorry. In right here, where we just copy the entire array, which is also a thing we can do. That is the safest way to do it. However, it may not be what we need to do here. In this case, though, I mean, it works this way. However, I can always change it if I really want to. Over here in load renderers, the reason why this does not matter is, like, the reason why we can just use this directly, it appears, compared to this one specific instance, is that so this is essentially the reset if the meta distance changes or the world being loaded or whatever. So it waits, it interrupts, and it waits for the threads to finish their operations, and then so this should have really an effect because I'm just giving the objects to it rather than trying to read this weird skin suit thing. The only thing that other way could possibly be, which I'm just going to check quickly, is there's something. No references to render global, okay. So that's fine. And yeah, that has to be here. Okay. I think that might have been the fix I did. Here, and that's just so bizarre that it's calling that like that. Actually, before we do this, just to make sure my theory is correct, what I do want to do is add There we go. I want to see if how this works, because I don't know if this will... So there's either two things that can happen with this. Either, which is something I don't think it would happen, or maybe I just don't remember something about synchronization. Whenever we synchronize, it jumps into the perspective of this manager entirely, and so it's executing all of these operations from the perspective of it, which is possible. So that would mean we need to... This will be equal to this, essentially. Otherwise, this will equal the main thread. Simple enough. One of two options is available, and this will be something really interesting about synchronization. Otherwise, regardless. So, pause. Okay. Computer freezes. All right. So, okay, that is very interesting. So, whenever it uses the manager world renderer, it's as if it's from the perspective of the manager. However, it's being executed from... Yeah, so let's get into an idea. That's so weird. Okay. See what this looks like. Yeah, because it's either Minecraft main thread and main... And the same priority, it looks like, as well. Really interesting. Well, that's not debug. Always debug. Oh my god. They're even repackaged. So honestly, it's okay. Well, hold on. What is happening here? I'm reading this wrong, am I? No, I think I'm completely reading this wrong. So, may say something wrong. Because I rushed a little bit. That's okay though. Fucking think about Come on! There we go. That's just me being stupid, to be completely honest. So, everything is as expected, actually. However, I was treating this as similar to this, which is what my mistake was. So, what does this actually mean is the question. I don't know yet. And it's very interesting because it's also the same manager each time. Is there a particular order that I have to use? Question. So, pull up the really complicated way that Minecraft did it originally, because it was very weird. But I am not remembering. Alright, so let's go down to Let me open up. This may be the crucial part, actually. Hold on. Everything's kind of fixed, okay, so are you is waiting on a food inquiry? Okay, where is it used? Want to no, I actually want to compare it to this. Second. Comment out. All right. And so we need to put this into an if state. We need to put this enclosed in an if statement. That I think I should the hand operator. Leave it an error for now. That's fine. Let's see. So is waiting on a click inquiry. Looking for the logical interaction between this part, not this part, sorry. I'm looking for the interaction between this and because this is absorbed from somewhere else, and the rest of this if state. So essentially, So, what that means? That could be what it means. Hold on. Let me make sure I pull my up here. Yeah. I believe these are the checks I need. Okay. I'll explain what I think I understand, but I'm not certain. However, I think this actually is proper. Makes sense. Alright, so essentially what was happening is that, hold on. Is this money up with my No, it does not. Yeah, it doesn't. Alright. Okay. So this is what I think it means. In the original code, well, it doesn't really matter, because this is basically just amalgamation too. Ignore this part, because it's something I added just to condense it a little bit, because essentially, only to check the occlusion query if, we are in frustum. But, I also feel like this is just of frustum. But, essentially what was happening is that without this, I should imagine it's just this part's long. And so, of course, all these, like, things over here. Is that it would check, it would immediately feel like, okay, we're in frustum. Or, frustum. And then we're going to check this, we're gonna check for it, which of course would cause the error. But that's because it already checked there, and it didn't need to anymore. Because you have this other if statement after it checks, which is the only way that it can be reset. So essentially the only reason why this should ever be called is if it actually passes this. If that makes any sense. So that's why we need to add this right here. And in doing this, we now have, hopefully, fixed something. Not sure, though. Okay. Let's make sure. The error no longer is happening, which means I have solved that problem, that particular one. And now I can delete all these print statements. help save the loop for once. Yeah, it's very broken right now. I can't even look at the game. How broken it is. What the fuck is happening? That was cool though, we just fixed it up with jail error. Sorry. Very cool, we managed to fix that open jail error. Now, delete. We're gonna pull out the big bad boss, aka, there we go. That's Ask Manager. The hallway mon. Back yet? Hope so. The game crashed. My computer. That was 10 out of 10. Well, I'm gonna turn down the music as well. I forgot that's also in the audio, and I'm thinking probably move the mic up a little bit. Oh, let me tighten it. Alright, so just get everything situated because that was heavily disorienting. Having my computer crashed in Minecraft, that was it's honestly impressive. I don't understand what the problem is yet. So it's the translation thread, I think. So okay. I just realized there's actually a point in doing this in the way I did it. Actually, the translation. So, oh, my stream started back up on my phone. That's exciting. Alright then. So, the reason why this is because the door managers are in a static array that do not change. So, You have no idea how many times I've typed this type of for loop before. Alright, so... Uninterrupt is for whenever that happens, right? I don't want to pause them, I just want to, like, quickly do an operation. However, the safer thing to do is instead do this. I think this is actually gonna be a little better solution, right? Alright, so... Actually harkens back to an old method I was using volatiles for synchronization, but I think it's valid in this case. Alright then. So I honestly don't even think it's that. Let's change. So the way we can make this a little easier is if we change this to volatile, then we do this. Let's keep this private. So, that's how should we do synchronization here? in the fucking loop. In the block. That's really annoying. Okay. So alright, so source position. So, well, it's actually necessary, however. Is it? Because unlike in this simple case, using the equal sign, which would assign. Let me think. So, two things, I guess. This is three situations. So, first one was taking each of the values from the shift, putting them in their own variables, by taking them from the indexes. That would actually be fine because in translate, we use the equal sign, which means it will assign it a new reference, which means it's completely separate from the local variable. Second situation, we set the lists equal to each other. Problem with that is that means it's now, that shift is now permanently tied to that reference, which could cause trouble. And the third option is the copy, ray copy, which is, I think, is the overkill option, to be completely honest. This appears, I think this is the best option. Thread safety is really annoying in Java, but whatever. Trying to remember if we have any other helpers here, because I know I have the render global one. Hold on, let me look. It's like called like RG something. Here it is. Oh my. So, something I actually really enjoyed making. I've already mentioned this many times, because I've been in here a few times over the course of the stream, but essentially, the render global, if it needs help, marking world renderer is dirty, which is literally just a Boolean check. However, it's a little more complicated because you have to use geometry to figure out which ones you actually need to check, because it gives me a bounding box range, and it can also give you a block. Makes sense? And so I need to do a specific geometry problem to figure out which ones are which. Main issues is if the bounding box or the single box hit the edge of a chunk, then it needs to also include that chunk, because otherwise, if you're imagining rendering, if we update the chunk next to it, what if the block that was being updated was on the edge of the chunk, which then would create a gap in the world, which we don't want. Now, what's good about this is that it's in its own thread, and also it's pretty optimized, because it just goes straight for geometry. However, so what I'm going to do over in here, on interrupt. So, what you need to do in on interrupt is essentially reset all of this. We don't need to affect the shift. That's fine. Because, yeah, that should be fine. Alright, so... Alright, so the other thing we need to do is set up this. Alright, so okay, I'm gonna read this once again. Essentially what I need to do is I need to set up a, it's very similar to the translate action. So if I go here, okay, because in here we have this translate thing, and also it'll, when it interrupts, it'll set it to false. So. I'm also adding thread safety for if it's interrupted, because otherwise, whenever it asks for these other threads to essentially stop what they're doing, the I'm just gonna figure out how to specifically do it. So, waiting. Yeah. Always be false. Is that how that would work? I'm trying to think of all the edge cases. It's very difficult. Goddamn nose. Alright, so the main cases you need to consider is okay, so the manager of the rig goes into the state of interrupted, so then it goes into this function and waits. What happens if the other threads are essentially needs to happen is I need to interrupt the other threads and just stop them. But how can I do that easily? Well, We need to check it. We need to mostly check it right then. Because while it's waiting, the status could change, or before it starts waiting, it may or may not be the case, but it doesn't really matter all that much. No point doing that then. Got it. Good now. Alright. It's fine. Why? Just why would it to keep doing this? Control V, you fucking idiot. I don't know why he does it so often. It's just like, oh yeah, Control V, and it's like, obviously what you meant is to go elsewhere. Yep. Makes a lot of sense. Definitely want to go elsewhere. I actually don't remember what V. What is? What button do I? Control G. No. No. Don't understand. Control F? No, definitely not that. H? Nope. Control Shift V? Nope. Alright then. Ah. So that should put some brakes on these. I don't think it's it's that efficient having this many checks. However, it is just a static boolean, so not that big of a deal. It's not that. Yeah, that should work. Essentially, what's going to happen is that every time it loops back around to this, that's when it chooses the next manager in this sort of setup. It will return. But also, okay. I want it to return if it's paused after it gains synchronization every time, because that is essentially a while and then we're waiting. So I want to return if we get a lock, and we shouldn't have it. Just go, let the next person go, the next thread go, and then I want every time it looks around here, get check, and then also check every single time it is about to mark dirty, so that we don't accidentally mark something dirty that we shouldn't. Now, okay, this might work. Gonna enjoy the settings menu for a moment. Don't mind me. Wow. Can't wait for the game to crash. My computer too. What does this do? Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, wait. I forgot. You bring up a very good point. This fucking guy, I swear. I swear to fucking God. Yeah. This guy. Alright. Time to redesign. That's a brick wall I'm staring at right there. It can only be done in the main thread. You can... A little bit disappointed. As you can maybe tell. So... we now have to rip up a bunch of code and just go back to the drawing board. However, the drawing board should not take that long on its face. We unfortunately have to move all of these, and also, well, why does my nose have to do this? I don't understand. When I speak a lot, it just likes to get stuffy. It's really annoying. Alright, so... This has to be deleted as well. Which means render global, we now have to go to the translate. And now we have to... Okay. What's definitely decent about this, that we don't have to worry about synchronization for, other than just this direct pass-off, is that this isn't the main thread, so that means that, and the only place that it can be interrupted is the main thread. So, or yeah, or in load renders, which is we call from the main thread. So. You have no idea how many times I've created the same block of code. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up. There we go. And here we go. Let's get the load renders. Do a switch actually. Necessary. I will leave this infrastructure here for later in case I need it, but will this even help me here? So I think that a little extra bit will be being used for later, so we'll leave that in, but I don't think I can actually use it here, unfortunately. Where are we going? We're going to the translate function. Yeah, so... The only way to do this is if I add more checks for being interrupted. So what I can do is this, and this, and then maybe I can use this. Only problem is if it's within a synchronization loop, good catching that, you well, you realize that we don't need any of that because this. That and don't need that. I want to do the But these don't necessarily need essentially, I'm trying to make it to where the world WR manager will interrupt as soon as possible after it attempts to interrupt. Or sorry, the main thread attempts to interrupt. So I don't want it to get stuck in calculating the render cache while I need it to essentially pause right now, like immediately pause, so that I can translate it. My only concern, perhaps, is that as a result of the translation, there will be problems relating to the like things being half rendered whenever you move, stuff like that, which could actually become a bigger problem than all that. But you can always remove that check. It's as simple as that. Bit unfortunate though, I have to literally pause everything to translate them because rendering is involved. If they could translate themselves, it would be fine. It would be actually pretty seamless. The problem is that I can't do that, and it's not like with rendering where instead I am reading, instead I'm writing. So whenever you're writing, you have to essentially interrupt them anyway. So I want to deliberately interrupt and then uninterrupt at the end. This is definitely the interrupting setup I have is something that I actually have wanted for a long time in this. Let me see. So yeah, it would then generate the shell, and then it would interrupt, break, perhaps sleep. Either before or during the activity. Yep, it can sleep. It's gonna attempt to sleep, and if it's been interrupted, it'll do it from there. Otherwise, it'll wait, which is unfortunate, and then do it from there. So, probably a lot of flaws, of course, there always is, but perhaps something, maybe my computer crashes. That would be a bummer. Huh. Not really sure what's happening right now. Stream's still running? Oh, stream is still running. My computer's not crashed yet. Just, you know, game's frozen. Dead, of course. I'd like to see the error that it wants to throw, because it clearly wants to throw an error. I just don't know what error it is. Games usually don't freeze like this unless they want to actually, you know, have an error. The one thing that may suck is if there's some sort of deadlock, which I have not figured out yet. Those can happen a lot if you're not very good at multithreading like I am. I am not the best at this by a long shot, so man. So, I don't think the game's gonna be working. Should I just forcibly close it? I think the game is frozen. Oh. Oh, the game didn't, or my computer didn't freeze for that long. Hope it doesn't freeze again. That would suck. Alright. Oh. Oh, okay. It froze again. I don't know if it's gonna freeze again after that. It's a little scared. I don't want my computer to crash like last time. So it's a little more stable, so maybe it won't. I think it's up to red, but yeah, that's fine. Let me think. So, how can we test what the problem is? Well, what can happen is, even though I've tested this a lot last time to make sure it was correct, I don't know if this actually works anymore, considering I have tampered with it a lot in a WR Manager in the way that I have, you know, done all this. The way that I can debug this is using these interrupt methods and being like, yo, All of the threads are running. Let's do it 3 times. Well, at least my computer has not been crashing repeatedly. The main thread is doing this like 2 or 3 times. My computer is lagging though, very badly. So they are paused. So the reason why, but yeah, the problem is 8 here, 8 here, 6 here. They're not pausing for some reason. They haven't been interrupted. For some reason. So there's a synchronization error somewhere in there that's preventing it from being interrupted. Now, what is that? Don't know. But the fact that there's not 8 here means that they have not paused. So it's good to know at least that the main thread is the only thing calling this. There is no server shenanigans. I didn't think there would be, but just gotta make sure everything's all logged. I'm very happy with actually how I managed to log it like this pretty quickly, but neither here nor there. Every 260. Now I want to do every second one. That'd be 2 to the power of 16. No, not 16, 20. Okay, so it'd be, yeah, that's good. And there we go. There, and therefore we'll actually, do the thing. Oh boy. Oh boy. And the only problem is that my the image not want what Oh no, it's just VLC. Right. Of course. Because VLC is stupid and decides to full screen every single time I launch the program. Tool, review, playlist. And then do like that. Trying to fix it. There you go. More. That's a little bit too much. Alright. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and resize interface to viewing size is not, or to video size. Not the best feature. Alright. Ugh. What essentially is happening is that my computer is throwing a fit because of the rogue thread that missed its signal. And so the JVM is unable to cleanly exit, and so is crashing, of course, my computer. Now, how am I going to fix this is the question. At the moment, I just want to get my debugger working so that it's a little bit easier. So 2 to the power of, that'd be 24 perhaps? What is the ratio? So, 1 billion? Is it? Bruh. Alright. Those. I actually know what these are. I'll save the timer, which is kind of a nice thing. What the game uses to keep track of ticks and all that is the timer thread, which is separate from the game. For the main reason of making sure everything stays sync even if the game lags. I actually don't remember if it needs to be. I'm actually going to do it. So, right here it shows. Okay, unless it does like 4, but I don't even know if that's true anymore. Yeah, it must be power of 2. Actually, I have an easier way to do this. So, what I'm gonna do... It's mostly a fix for other people's machines if they ever want to play this thing. So... Oh. Monitor is slipping. Let's move it back into place. There we go. Well... Never seen this before. Never seen this before in my life. But min. Yeah. Well, there is no like bounds, but Even as the game's open. Fuck, why was there suddenly 3 people watching? This graph is so weird. I'm just like intensely focusing on changing all this. It's like, oh yeah, this is a great stream. I question the sanity of my viewers a little bit, but I appreciate the company in my own sanity. I have no idea what this does. I wrote this like a year ago. Where I got dragged into this like rendering stuff, and so I don't remember what I was doing at all. Is this is not what I'm working on right now, though, so tough luck for everyone who wanted to see me make boulders. The problem is you wouldn't be able to see the boulders, so not really a point in doing it. So, anyway. Huh. Oh, my game actually loaded for a second? That's fine. Hope my computer doesn't crash again. Alright. That's roughly reasonable. Because if you have like 16 or 32 threads, I mean, okay. If you only have 4 threads, then, well, I guess you're fucked anyway. If you have 8, then, okay, I can see why you'd maybe want 4. Did I actually make like 16 of them? I think I actually made 16 of them. Fuck. Not what I wanted. But computer, please. Okay. I'm going to close it again. Go back to normal. I did not want 16. Well, I guess that's a good test of like that many, but there really were fucking 16 of them. Alright then, so log so yeah, I get to run it down. Okay, so it definitely is rounded down. I'm going to back into here. Alright, well. Hold on. Well, this is the web version, so that's not going to be very helpful. Yeah, it says 12. So treat it like Python, like an idiot. Hold on. Bumps it up to 16 for some reason. It's because of the one. I'm really curious how this would be right shift 1. Huh. Oh, that's right. That makes sense, actually. Fuck. Because this is equivalent to, or sorry, this is equivalent to 2 times 2 to the power of this. So this expression can be rewritten as 2 times 2 to the power of instead of whenever it's 1, it's 1 times 2 to the power of this. So yeah, that makes sense. That's my bad. I was wondering why there were fucking 16. That'd be very scary having 16. Because my computer is basically guaranteed to crash if that was the case. There's no way I'd be willing to have the computer handle 16 threads for rendering. Although I'm sure once I get this set up, it would actually be pretty performant, I hope. I wonder if there's a diminishing factor after, like... I just erased it like 16. Min-max, okay. I don't really want to do... I don't think the game needs anything other than more than 16. So, you know. It's all good. We'll max it out at 16, but it'll be dynamic until it hits 16. I should be doing this once per second. but it's not. I wanted to do it in a performant way, but I guess I can't. So that's great. Yeah, now it's just waiting. Waiting. Yeah, it's just sitting there. Being like, where are you at? I want you. Just freaking pause. No, but it's not receiving the interrupt, which is really weird. So, the only way this could happen is interrupted, won't change. Why does it work 2 times and after that time it stops working? So what is preventing the interruption? I'm going to remove these. Checks. See what happens. Does it always work out? No. Minecraft thing's shown up interesting enough, maybe. Still waiting on 7. Is it the method of, like, interruption or whatever? Is it that the interruption... The only way it could miss the signal is if the interruption is being cleared somewhere. Let me just put this... So... This, Okay. Yeah, it managed to do it now 5 times. I think that's just luck. At least I know what's happening. That's good. I'm gonna comment out the sleep parameter. I mean, these are gonna run like crazy, by the way. Unfortunately. No. Means my CPU's gonna be on fire for a little bit, but it should be fine. Oh yeah, CPU's on fire. Fat yikes. Hope, encoding's also gonna be destroyed as a result, just so you guys know. So, okay. It's not the sleep mechanism, it's something else. So that's good to know. That's all proper. Which means everything in here is proper. My only question is, what else could clear the interrupt stats? Actually, I'm gonna read the interrupted function, see what it says. Again? So the signal can be repeated over and over again. Let's see if this fixes it. Okay. I think I managed to brute force it. That's exciting. I send the signal a few times until it is communicated. Until, of course, appears all these daemon threads get uncaught exceptions. Ah. That's an error on my part, actually. That's a different bug. However, I think I've managed to brute force this. I'm concerned this is not efficient, however, what are you gonna do about it, you know? Also, my CPU is just on fire from this, which is, you know, definitely very exciting. So... Can't do it like this. Alright, so... That's just a mess up on my end. A little error. What's happening is it was going out of balance because the way I have this special, loop set up. Pretty easy to explain, actually, so I might as well, for anyone who's listening. So essentially what it does, we're gonna ignore, like, these pauses, because obviously that's just synchronization, trying to make it optimized. But essentially what it's doing is, it grabs the index of the manager of, you know, let's just say we'll start at 0, because, you know, start from the beginning. It grabs the first manager, from these indexes, And these indexes are essentially calculated from all this, like, from a bounding box. So just say it's just a random array of numbers. It's not that important. And so what it'll do is it'll get the manager from that index that is calculated here. And the reason why we have to store it, rather than just, you know, plugging it in here, is because we use it later. And then we are going to then synchronize the world managers, the world renderers of that manager. And then, this is the magic, I guess. We have a loop instead of a loop. So what I have to do is trying to account for, as a bit of optimization, if there are indexes within this array of numbers that correspond to the same manager, I'd rather it to not have to recalculate which manager it is for all of them. So essentially, I instead just figure out what their index is. If their index is the same, then you know, while that's the same, we're gonna go in a line, continuous, just keep going on the same manager. And then, if it's not, then it's gonna go back to the start of the for loop, of which then we'll figure out what that manager is supposed to be, and then redo the same process. The problem with this is because the incrementation does not rely on being less than the length here. So, I could actually literally make this a while true loop with the anti, but not that important. It's good to just have both just in case as like checks, but anyway, the problem was that in this while loop, it was not checking to see if it was going out of bounds of the array, so it might have, you know, overstepped while it's, you know, doing that. And so instead we're just gonna, of course, return, because it means we're done, if we hit the edge of the array. No. And actually, hold on, let me start this. Which one is it? Hold on, it's sorry. It actually depends on which array I'm talking about. That's the thing I need to keep in mind. It's talking about this one array, which means it needs to be. Yeah. Okay. I have messed up which length to check. The reason why we don't need to check for the world renderer's length is because as long as you give it a number that corresponds to as long as you give this function an integer that's within the bounds of of the full array of all possible world renderers, as in like undivvied up between all these managers, it will give you an actual index that you can pass in without needing to check for safety. Fine enough. That's how I had set up anyway. I use these math functions as a way to essentially navigate to the location of the world renderer according to the manager without having to store a complete list of all the managers on the main thread, because that would be very slow, and also memory usage would go through the roof. So, hope that makes sense. So, have we gotten stuck? Main thread is locked up. I don't know why. Going on? It's currently just waiting. game's just frozen, basically. Fortunately. Yeah, okay, now it's waiting. It's really interesting. Why are they paused? This doesn't really matter, but what's definitely cool is that it managed to run for several seconds. For in some other way, not working after that. Well, I'm happy to say that we've gotten pretty far. I actually don't know how long the stream has been live. Okay, almost 3 hours. Because how many times my computer's crashed? Yikers. Oh, man. That's funny. Very, I'm actually quite pleased. I didn't, like, just for a second, acknowledging the growth that's happened recently on the YouTube channel. Like, I did not expect it to start growing as soon as I started streaming and all that, so. Because, like, before streaming barely did anything, so. I'm just like, oh, that's nice. Let's see. Oh, I'm running out of steam for today, but I think we got enough done for. I'm saying, like, we fixed the OpenGL error. Pretty happy about that. We have managed to get the game to run for several loops of pausing. I don't know. Actually, I don't really know why it's pausing this much, considering it should be. is this used? Only here. Da 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 dee da dee dee da 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 do da da dee 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 da dee da do do dee dee da 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 dee dee da. Um. Function as in not SIN as in the. It's very sad. Alright, hold on. Make sure. Oh, alright. Yeah. Oh, just so I don't have to use modulus? Yikes. Modulus does not like, or sorry, the AND operator does not like negative numbers. So, if you're gonna be operating with negative numbers, don't use the AND operator. Well, let's do... Right. I feel like I need to create a special version of this function for if n is less than 0. Sorry, I'm drafting this in a separate tab. I should honestly even just show the tab, to be completely honest, because... Can I even show the tab? Let's see. Window capture. Let's move this over here. Really does not like this. There we go. Alright, full screen. Nice. Alright, so... Essentially what I'm doing is I'm recreating this round to base 16 function, and it's messing up whatever n is less than 0. So I want to have a case for if n is greater than 0, and if n is less than 0. Plus 16 or minus 16? I guess we'll figure it out. Definitely plus 16. All right.
as like the original situation.
So hello. Welcome to the live stream. Just trying to do math. Don't worry about it. It's a very annoying bit of math, but it is math. So mostly it's negative numbers. So. almost what I wanted to do. It's good to beer, just don't curse. I'm sorry I hurt your ears. Just trying to fix a math function. That's a bit of an annoying thing. All it does is shift the range, doesn't do anything. It works pretty damn well over here. Sorry for cursing. But it's not working. Also, we're not testing for 16. Bro. You watch since I played Classic Hue. That's like 2017. I mean, it's impressive. I'll give you that. 32, 160. Alright. Checks. So it works all the way up from 8 to 16, which is supposed to be. Why do I not use a game engine to make this? Because it's Minecraft. It already has a game engine. But I mean, like, I get your point. It's that when I started this project, it was because I wanted to learn as many facets of Java as I could. I mean, also because I wanted to create something that I would want to play, but that included making the engine components and upgrading old engine components. So like I wouldn't learn this weird rounding function if I had done this for, I mean, among other things like multi-threading, which is also very important. It's like, in the short run, in terms of the project, sure, it would get stuff done faster, to the public faster, whatever, but it wouldn't teach me how to make things better. So, and that's what the point is of choosing the harder task, of course. It's just so weird. I don't do negative 32 with blood. So, of course, 16 all the way up to 23, that's from 24 onwards, so that's a radius of 16, I'm pretty sure. So it's 4. I don't even know if... Okay. Works as intended in the positive direction. The negative direction is so weird. So good happens. Run on the web, or you have to download it. Definitely have to download it. Look, it's literally a whole Minecraft client. Like, it's not a web app. You download it on your computer. I mean, you'll be able to use a launcher such as CurseForge whenever I get that set up to do it. So it's not going to be that difficult. But it is run locally. So if you're like 9 and trying to use your parents' computer, you won't be able to run it, unfortunately. 8, 12. Let's make sure it doesn't do it right. Should go to -8, then -9 onwards. The problem is that this is supposed to be. And what's wrong is 30 is this one. However, everything else appears to be nice. Might be able to fix this by changing the balance. And then therefore I can create it to 7, and then I can move this in right here. Go. Right now I'm dealing with the absolute value, although I will make these negative at the end. Oh. Four, 8, 12, 16. Huh. I don't know how I fixed the negative 16 to 16 thingy, but... well, that's nice. Now all I need to do is this. Do the negative here, and then that. These web editors are extremely helpful for like simple operations like this, as like test environments. Anyway. 8. Sorry, that's 8 numbers. 12 numbers. Okay, so there's 16. Well, have a good night. Or a good day, whatever it is. Yep. See ya. Right, in town. Maybe this is the wrong name for it. I'm looking up base 16, everyone's talking about hex, so maybe that's not what I meant. Ugh. Is there any easier way to do this? I'm trying to think. I'm gonna comment this out. Like this. This is our found solution. However, I want to redo the solution. Oh, that's why the... Let me see. Let me just... Okay, that works. Thought it would. I want to make sure I was stupid. That's better than not being stupid. So not enough effort in that. I'm really curious what this does. And then quickly this too. It returns unsigned. If this works the way I thought it, I think it will. Page 23 is the bound I wanted to be. 9 to negative 24. and then onward. Works like a charm, actually. That's great. Very happy with this. I knew there was a simpler solution, I just didn't want to... Okay, let me change the bounds to -64 and see if it... Very good. Five, six, seven, 8, 16. Nice. I think the end operator actually complements it nicely here. It is actually the proper operation, not even modulus. I'm actually curious what modulus 16 will do. Modulus 6. Oh, I have insert. Fuck. There we go. Alright. How's this change things? Still 8 to 23. Yeah, that makes sense. 37. And then just immediately go. It does not work at negatives. Really interesting. And actually more powerful in some circumstances. Alright. I'll yoink this and throw it here. It's all screwed up. Holy crap. God dang it. Alright, well, fixing that math function I think will help a lot in this algorithm, because now it won't be glitching out like crazy, trying to constantly translate everything around. However, I mean, still has the issue of getting interrupted uncleanly, which is a bit unfortunate, however. Believe... Well, okay, if you really want, we can launch the game one more time, but I wonder if the game will actually show, like, objects. Nope. Also, I just realized my render distance is not max, but that shouldn't really matter, but... Huh. Line 60, huh? It was consistently pausing and unpausing, there was no issues with that, which is good. 160 in the global thingy. There it is. Line 60. I actually need to restart it because there we go. Hit. Oh my. Oh no. Nope. No pointer exception? Oh, wait. Ah. Different error. So what we're gonna do is yeah. But doesn't try cash block actually. Actually really curious how much RAM it's using. Not that much. Huh. Well, that's another error. Goddamn synchronization is so difficult. How? Eh? This contains all of them. They all pause, then repause. What? I just synchronization is breaking my brain. You know what we'll do? When I understand it better, we'll continue. Basically, I'll bash my head against the wall again in doing this. Not, like, figuratively, of course. Next time I decide to stream, which could be tomorrow. If it's tomorrow, it'll probably be around 2:30. But hope you guys have a good day or night, and I'll catch you later.